Extraordinary failures. That's a good reason for living.
My name is Seth Adam Smith. I'm a husband, father, and author. For years, I've struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts. But one of the things that gets me through each and every day is discovering a new reason to live.
Around the turn of the century, there was a young man who dreamed of fame and fortune. And it was about that same time that there was, in the area of Alaska, something known as the Klondike Gold Rush. And so this young man, filled with these dreams of wealth and fame, sold everything he had and went up into basically Yukon Territory. He was on his way into Alaska, ready to get gold and become famous and rich. And he actually lost all of his money and became very, very sick. So sick that he was probably near death. Now he survived, but at the end of this experience, he was broke. He had just enough money to go back home. Go back home a failure, right? This was something he had dreamed about and hoped for and longed for. And the first chance he gets to make it big, he loses everything. And in fact, he's in a much worse position, not just for his financial failures, but also his health. His health was never quite the same after that. So he really lost out. And yet, this man drew upon his experiences in the Yukon Territory and in Canada and started writing short stories, started writing novels. And they were all based on that land and the landscape and the things he had seen and heard about and witnessed. He took his experiences and put them into his writings. And then he started selling his writings, started selling his novels. And he soon became one of the most famous authors in American history. And we know him today as Jack London. He wrote White Fang, The Call of the Wild, and many other really famous short stories. And the interesting thing is, through those writings, he made his fame and fortune. Now, what's really ironic to me is that this man would have been panning for gold in a river somewhere, looking for these little nuggets of gold, when in actuality, that's exactly what he did when he came back home. He took his experiences and he sifted through them, right? And he pulled out what was gold and used them to make his fortune. And so when you're experiencing failure or heartbreak or going through something extremely difficult, sickness even, think about this man who was looking for gold and didn't find it, but then later panned through his own experiences and transformed his experiences into something worth its weight in gold. And that's a good reason to live.